a 1-lane turn, and these people are too impatient to wait, so they made it a 2-lane, and now it's delaying everyone further. There's already too much traffic in here. Good Lord. Every time I'm at an intersection and I'm driving outside of the Arab world and I see how common courtesy works, I'm always like, I wonder what kind of disaster would amount after doing this in Kuwait or trying to implement it. The other day I was having dinner with a friend, and next to us was this family of 4 plus a housekeeper. They had 2 little kids. One of the kids, like the 3 or 4-year-old, was running around. So the mom and dad were so frustrated. They were always like, stop, just stop, as if it was their first hour having a child. And so they were like, stop doing this, stop doing that, sit like this, sit like that. I realized that they were ordering, and then the housekeeper was sitting separately from them. Like, they were in a table and they sat her 2 tables down, away. Like, stay away from us. You live with us. You eat with us. You eat from us. You work for us, but stay away. And that made me feel so bad. Stay away. We're above eating with the help, basically. It reminded me kind of like there was slavery in the States, and it was almost like white buses, black buses. It's like this. It's like Kuwaiti tables and their housekeeper tables. So it was just very, very disheartening. And then on top of that, they never ordered food for her. I was waiting, and they didn't. They did not order food for her, made her sit away from them, and on top of that, they were so fed up for 5 minutes trying to raise their son that they threw the son. They made her run around with the son at the bottom floor. They told her, go downstairs and take the child and just make sure he's okay. And on my way out, I saw her, like, just poor thing, like she's just following the kid around. Come on. I mean, come on. You don't treat your housekeepers like that. She lives with you. I know we have the luxury of affording them in our part of the world. They're super cheap relative to our, standard of living and relative to our disposable income. But you do not mistreat them. And that's what a lot of people just don't get. They are also people, so you don't get to like not feed them. They don't eat different things from you just because they're the help. They live with you. If I'm getting a burger for myself and I ordered for everyone at home, I'm gonna treat the housekeeper because she lives at home. Don't make her look like a poor lost puppy just staring at your food. It's so inhumane. And then you would go, like, that same person would probably be like, oh, I gave a KD to a homeless to a poor person on the street, or I gave an extra KD to the guy who like wiped my windshield at the gas station. Ooh, I'm such a good person. But no, stay away. It's like this. It reminds me of this one incident. There was this whole campaign, like, it was also during Ramadan, I think it was last year or the year before. It was a campaign where let's feed the less fortunate in Kuwait. And the less fortunate in Kuwait are more likely non-Kuwaitis. And then you see their food spread, and all the manual laborers are on one side, and in one different spread, and then 3 or 4 meters away, there's all the Kuwaitis. But they fed the needy, guys. They did something good. But what's the point? What's the point when you are not, making someone feel like you helped them, not because you look down upon them, but because you genuinely care about their welfare and you genuinely want them to feel happy that day. It doesn't make someone feel good if like, oh, I look down upon you and like I throw money at you and here, take it, but stay away. What's the point? There's no taste to it, Don't just give it to them like this, like, yes, thank you. Make them feel like you genuinely want to make them happy in those few seconds that you gave them something, Otherwise, it's just pointless. Might as well just not do it. Rant over. Pre-walk spins. Alright, let's go to Huda. Couldn't put him in the back because my car's already messy again. Winning at life, guys. Winning. Oh, he's so cute. Who needs a man when they got you, Roy? Gotta cool it because people are gonna think I'm some desperate, crazy doggy mama. Roy, no. Roy, I said no. Roy, no. Thank you. Good boy. Sit. We're almost there. Just be cool. Good boy. This guy is driving 40 kilometers an hour on a 120 kilometer an hour highway. Okay, no road rage. No road rage. Never mind. Fail. That was the most epic fail. Some questions that came up and some thoughts that came up in my mind while hanging out with some friends today. We all have these Ramadans where it's either a whole month or a few days of the week where we didn't fast properly, not food-wise and not like with the material things, but we weren't there, we weren't present when we were fasting. We weren't really, being spiritual about it and being conscious of it and really, understanding the essence of the fast. And those are the days where you're sitting there at the dinner, at the futur table, and it's only about the food. Those are the days where you know that, you didn't really fast. Fasting is on a much more spiritual level than this. Personally, I've had some Ramadans where I was just like, well, that sucked. I didn't help anyone. I didn't do anything. I don't feel any spiritual growth. Not because of this biological background of what a fast does to you. No, because I wasn't mentally there. I wasn't spiritually there. I was not present in the moment, and I did not focus my being on growing. And so it ended up being a shitty, unproductive month spiritually. It doesn't mean that you have to have, been listening to Quran the whole day or whatever, but it's more about being conscious of your state of being when fasting. So that's why I view Ramadan as a restart button to the year. You're in such a reflective state and also in such a proactive state about each and every action that you make that it resets and realigns the rest of the year spiritually for you and kind of like wakes up your soul a little bit. When your parents are like, if you're not going to do it for yourself, I'm going to make you do it, or I'm going to do it for you until you learn or until you figure this part of your life out. And so this is like religion's way of doing it for you. I'm going to instruct you and make it mandatory for you to fast this month, for you to like wake up if the rest of the year didn't wake you up. And it's just one of the tools of growth. I mean, you spiritually reset, you physically reset. It is really essentially a reset button. Like in Ramadan, like you can always use Dunya Ramadan, it's Ramadan, it's okay, cool it. Or because it's Ramadan, everyone's collectively conscious of the fact that during this month, we need to be our better selves. And if we can do it for a month, that increases every year. It increases our likelihood of hopefully reaching a permanent state of being our better selves. What's also inspiring is that a lot of people in religious history, like a lot of the prophets across several religions, have had their epiphanies and their hallelujah moments while fasting. And I know people personally who have, had those moments of spiritual elevation while fasting. And I do really believe in the significance of it. And I feel like even if I wasn't Muslim, I would still want to try it. Maybe not for a month if I wasn't born into it and I didn't have to and no one was forcing me, but I would still want to try it and see if I changed because of it. And I'm sure you can find a slew of videos on YouTube about non-Muslims fasting and trying it out and seeing what happens. But I just feel like there's so much good in it. I'll leave you with that and I won't bore you. And today I had 5 cups of Arabic coffee. Do you know what Arabic coffee does to you? Arabic coffee gets me buzzed. I was talking and I like had an outer body experience today. But seriously, I had 5 cups. I am so not sleeping tonight. I'm probably gonna edit like 5 videos and post them all at the same time. I will say goodnight for now. Subscribe, comment, like, and let me know what you want to see from me, anything specific you want me to share, and also let me know if you have any comments and constructive criticism about these videos, and whether you want me to make them shorter, longer, more fun. Are they boring? Am I boring? Do you just want me to disappear? Who knows? All criticism is welcome, so let me know in the comments down below, and bye.